Hey everyone, welcome to episode 18 of Universe 7, a Dragon Ball podcast. I'm Nick.
And I'm Mason.
Today we're going to be recapping and reviewing episodes 17 and 89 of Dragon Ball Super.
Welcome back. This is number 18, right?
Yes.
Good job, man. We counted right this time.
Yeah, sorry to all you guys who downloaded and listened to it right away, and...
Especially you, India. You got the worst of it.
God. Apparently I made a mistake, and I... said that we did episode 18 last week when it was only episode 17 of the podcast. So I had to go in and fix that. So for those of you who noticed, hopefully none of you,
Yeah.
it's fixed now. So
Well, if you've listened to this podcast before, you're used to mistakes by now. So you're either with us or you're not.
And I'm assuming if you've been listening this long, you're with us. So thanks for that.
Yeah, you guys did it.
Yeah, so India.
Yeah, India, man. That was a weird thing. I went on our analytics for Libsyn to see what we were at download-wise, and we skyrocketed like 800 downloads in like when I checked it. So I was like, that can't be right? So I texted Nick, and then I was like, hey man, all these are coming from India, so that can't be correct, considering that doesn't make any sense at all. Yeah. We don't even have 800 downloads in California or Wisconsin, let alone like India.
Yeah, so it turns out somebody tried to hack the podcast somehow, our feed at least.
Yeah, I don't know why.
No, yeah, I have no idea why they would, but India, come on, come back to us. Don't be like that.
Don't do that. Yeah, so that happened, and so it's our most downloaded week ever. We had 1,900 downloads this week. So thanks guys for supporting us, and hopefully we'll get a sponsor read now. Because of things that don't count, pretty much.
Because of India.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
All right.
That's all I got. Whatever, man. If it gets us out there, who cares if it gets hacked? Somebody else could take over and do just as well.
Yeah. Welcome to the show. We're just going to go ahead and get right into it. I have one tiny piece of news. We already talked about it a couple weeks ago, but the volume 1 of the Dragon Ball Super manga is out, and I am... Hear that? That is...
him holding it in his hands.
Yeah. I picked my
Just
copy.
kidding, it's a Harry Potter book.
Shut up. I picked my copy up today, and it's awesome. So for those of you who like to support the shows that you love, or the franchises that you love, go and pick it up. It's only $10. It's at Amazon. I went to Barnes & Noble to actually pick up a physical copy today because I didn't feel like waiting.
Yeah, and just so you know, when you open it, it's backwards. Just remember that. It's backwards. Yeah. I don't know if any of you guys read mangas, but...
Yeah, mangas read from right to left, which is traditional Japanese, so... Mason doesn't like that. I don't mind it, but...
It confuses me, man. I'm not real smart. I can't tell my brain to not look left first, and then it spoils me.
Okay.
You know what I mean, though.
I do.
So that's not fun. But, whatever. That's all I got.
Yeah, so it's out. It's only $10, so definitely, if you guys have a spare $10, go pick it up.
Or just touring it. I'm sure the Dragon Ball franchise would be cool with that.
Nah, I don't think so.
Oh, all right.
Let's go ahead and support Dragon Ball, guys. So,
you got it.
Yeah, that's it for news.
LimeWire.
It's not even really. It's not even really news, but it's cool. We got our copy here. It's exciting.
It's very pretty.
Yeah, Toyotaro is actually doing all the artwork.
The guy who did, Dragon Ball...
AF.
Yeah, Dragon Ball AF. So that's weird, but he's doing really well. He's actually has, a decent say in the actual anime nowadays. Not a say, but, he's allowed to help.
Yeah.
Which has never happened prior.
Yeah, I mean, it's still an Akira Toriyama creation. He gives the plot lines and the general... where we're going, but Toyotaro is doing all the artwork now, which is it's good. He's doing really good,
and he also gets a say on the manga. He has a huge say on the story. He's pretty much giving complete and total direction to the story on the manga currently. I mean, obviously there's a loose structure he has to fill, but he's able to do what he wants within those parameters, which is kind of cool to see a difference in story.
Yeah, it's awesome. So guys, check it out. Let us know what you think. I posted a photo of our copy on the Facebook page, and then one of you guys actually already commented saying that you picked yours up today, so that's awesome.
Yeah, I haven't even got one yet because I'm a real slacker.
You're lazy.
And honestly, there's nobody. I called Top Cut. They don't have it yet. So I was going to go pick it up after this.
Your local shops probably aren't going to have it for a while.
But if you go there and you're cool enough with them and you request it, they'll probably order it for you. Honestly.
Or you could just torrent it.
Or just go on LimeWire and try not to get a virus.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, that's it for fake news, I guess.
Not real fake. It's just there.
Let's go ahead and get in some feedback.
You don't want to ask how my week was? Or do you want to do that later?
We
just won't do that.
We talk enough about random stuff throughout the podcast anyway, so.
Alright, that's fine.
We got some good, really cool feedback this week.
Yeah?
International.
Hit me with it.
This is from Nathan in Australia, sent to our Facebook page.
Pretty sure it's Austria.
It says, "Hey Universe 7 podcast, just wanted to drop a line to say great work on the podcasts. I love listening to them on the way to work. I especially love how you break down the episodes and mention all the great lines that I would find exceptional in an episode. The sponsorship jokes are also pretty. I think he was trying to say pretty funny.
He's saying I'm
pretty awful.
Whichever way, we get it.
No, I think it's good because he said, I'm sure you'll get a legit sponsor someday.
Someday, man. We're hoping.
Thought it would be cool. A cool bit for you guys to do for each episode is, what will this be remembered for? For example, last week's episode would be the episode where Vegeta cooks.
Gotcha. So, like...
when you think back on this episode, what's the first thing you're going to remember?
Like the Frieza episode where Goku turns Super Saiyan, like that sort of thing?
Yeah.
Like, this is the episode where he turns Super Saiyan for the first time.
Not even, like...
Obviously not, but, like, that's the concept.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm into that.
I like that.
It's fresh in our mind, so, like, honestly, if I look back... a year from now, I won't remember half of these episodes. I won't lie to you. So it'll be good to do it in the moment because I won't actually ever remember them for anything.
It'll be fun though.
Yeah,
I think
for
that's definitely something that we're gonna try to do.
Yeah, I'm into it.
As forgetful as we are, we're gonna do our best and try to do this.
We can do it.
It's a good idea. Thanks for the feedback there, Nathan.
Thanks, man.
And then it says, "You said don't use it. Whatever. Just keep up the good work. Props all the way from Australia."
Hell yeah, man.
Thank you. That's awesome. Seriously, I know I messaged you back on Facebook just thanking you personally, but it's still crazy to me that we have international listeners in general.
Yeah, honestly, it is super strange. I don't know, man. I thought we would get to Wisconsin, and if you guys don't know where we are at currently recording, we're in a little place called Rockford, Illinois, which is about 5 miles from the Wisconsin border, so, that's about how far we thought we would go. So, Australia is a kind of a big jump from there.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
And then we got another one via email. This is from Manny. It says, "I love listening to this before going to bed. Please, can you change the music so each episode has unique music? Thanks, 7 out of 7 Super Dragon Balls."
Hell yeah. Thanks, man. We were actually just talking about this a little bit earlier before the podcast, and we wouldn't be opposed to doing that. There's no shortage in my actual playlist on Spotify of songs I could find.
Yeah, it's just we're gonna try.
It might not be. It might not be every episode, but we'll give it a shot.
We're definitely gonna recycle stuff. Because one thing I would have to re-record the disclaimer over every single piece of music that we use,
or just scrap the disclaimer altogether.
Yeah, we're gonna scrap that. So we'll see what song we use for today. Because I don't even know what we're gonna use. I'll have to figure out in the next 3 hours.
I do. I know.
Do you?
Can I say it?
Sure.
Pony. Genuine.
No, because it has to build.
I don't care. I want to use that song.
Well, we're going to try, Manny. We're going to do our best. I definitely think it's a good idea. I'm kind of getting tired of the music we have now, to be completely honest with you. So we'll see what we can do for you.
Hell yeah. We got it.
See that? We take people's advice.
And we'll try and make it
We'll try and
happen.
We'll try and make it happen the best we can.
Yeah.
All right. This is our last one. This is another iTunes review.
Okay.
And thank you guys for rating, by the way.
Yeah, for real. We finally have like an actual average rating, so that's cool.
Before it would just tell us we need more ratings to actually give you I guess an overall show rating.
Yeah, just an average.
And now we have 7 5-star reviews. So we are officially a 5-star rated podcast on iTunes. So thank you guys so much for that. I know I've been begging you guys to do that.
Thank you guys, and it's hard being on top of the mountain. It's real lonely up here for just being at the top of the Dragon Ball game.
I don't know what mountain you're on, but
we got 5 stars. That makes us the best.
Does it?
I think. I thought that's how ratings work. I don't know. I could be totally wrong.
You are totally wrong on
okay,
that.
I'm not very knowledgeable.
We're in the field right before the mountain. We're not even on the mountain yet.
The field?
Yeah, like right.
Like the Shire?
Yes.
All right.
Save that for the Lord of the Rings podcast.
It's a good movie, man.
It's not Dragon Ball, though.
You're right.
So yeah, thank you guys for that. So let's go ahead and read this review.
Go for it.
This is from Rico Menzies, who, full disclosure, is a friend of ours.
I've never heard of him.
Nick and Mason deliver the most sexy smorgasbord of banter infused with a delectable infusion of DBZ knowledge. It's got intrigue. It's got emotion. These strong brothers will forcefully drag you in with their passionate love for the series and keep you riveted with the most gentle dose of Stockholm Syndrome. This is the renaissance of Dragon Ball podcasting. They make me want to be a better father to my children than Goku can ever be, because we have the same number of offspring. Their sultry voices are the highlight of my every car ride. I can only imagine that they're also stunningly handsome paragons of manliness. I'm sure one of them has a beard. It sounds like it. My only gripe is that there's a powerful lack of Rock the Dragon.
Ah, man.
Please fix this.
We could do it once. We could do it every episode. I lied.
Every episode?
I think it should be our opener.
I don't think it should be our opener. We could just,
I think it should be our new closer. I'm sure Manny would like that.
Rather than doing what he said and picking a unique song for every episode.
Pick the worst song ever.
Playing Rock the Dragon exclusively.
Yeah, I think that'd be good. Thanks, Rico. You're the man.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. We're gonna have a whole show meeting about all this.
That was a long review. That's more talking than I've probably done in all these podcasts.
Probably.
I just answer when Nick talks.
That was fun. I love reading reviews stuff and all that kind of stuff. So thank you guys for doing that. Also, thank you for liking us on Facebook. We finally got over
the 100
like mark. We're at 104 right now. So
we're in the big leagues now.
Yeah. Keep
liking us.
And if you do
like us,
we might just give away a copy of the Volume
Dragon Ball Xenoverse Volume 1.
Volume 1 of the Dragon Ball Super manga.
For Xbox 360.
If you guys get us, we'll say, when we hit 125.
Sure.
Yeah, when we hit 125 likes, we will give away a copy of the manga to somebody out there. We'll figure out exactly what the contest will be, but yeah. That's out there now. We're going to give away a copy of the Super manga.
Keep a nice lookout, because it'll have a picture of me and it'll be signed in there too.
Well, actually, we'll make that happen.
I'm into it.
So, yeah. Invite your friends to like the page, share it with any other fans you know, and you can have a chance at winning that. So.
And if we hit 500 likes, then we'll make a commercial with 4 4-year-old boys smoking.
What? For those of you who haven't been following us this week, Mason had a stroke earlier.
I'm having a weird day.
Oh.
I had a lot of caffeine today, so I'm kind of a little off the wall.
A little bit.
But I don't know. I think it's all right.
You ready to get into the recap?
Yeah, man. Sure. Let's get it done.
Who's our sponsor this week?
Our sponsor is Bombas Socks. Bombas Socks. It's some sort of $1 per month. And they'll send you a pair of socks every time that you pay for it. And they'll send it to your door, and it'll be probably just some sort of random tube socks that you really wouldn't wear that often unless somebody sent it to you. Get it for your dad. Get it for your stepdad, because Father's Day is after Mother's Day. And that's Bombas Socks. Use the code Universe7, and they'll give you a pair of socks for free.
Okay, let's go ahead and get into the recap, sponsored by Bombas Socks.
Pan is born, and Goku goes on a training journey.
Okay, this episode was good, right? Good? Was it good?
I don't know why you're asking me like you don't know. Like,
Because the last like 3 weeks I've been like, this is great, and then by the end of it I'm like, this episode wasn't that good.
Well, for 2 out of the 3, yeah, you did that. The one, not this last one, but the one before was real good. This one was, it was okay. It wasn't like the best I've ever seen.
I'll say this though, when I found out that it was Pan being born, I thought it was going to be a snoozer of an episode. It was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I mean,
So
it wasn't just like,
exceeded
it
my
wasn't just her
expectations.
being born. You know what I mean? It wasn't just everybody crowded on a hospital bed.
Well, that's what it sounded like.
Well,
because,
yeah,
I mean, the title of the episode, Pan is born.
but it didn't actually show her being born.
Yeah. Yeah, we actually jumped forward 6 months.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a
The
time
time
skip.
jump.
Mm-hmm.
Which,
That was out of right field.
yeah, I didn't. So, yeah, Vegeta's been gone for 6 months training with Whis.
Is it saying right field or left field? I think it's left field.
Out of left field.
Sorry. I'm not caught up on my baseball terms.
Then you don't know left from right.
Yeah. I wish I could argue. I can't.
So, yeah, Vegeta's been gone for half a year. In that time, Pan has been born.
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
Yeah, she's cute though. Cute little kid.
I think she's an.
Yeah, Nick hates Pan
I don't hate Pan. I just think she's kind of annoying.
and hates her.
No, I don't hate babies. How do you hate a baby?
How do you hit a baby?
No, hate a baby.
I don't know, man. You tell me. You're the one that hates Pan.
I don't hate.
I don't understand.
We're moving on.
All right.
So we pretty much jump right into Gohan and Videl's place, and Videl is being a mother, getting bottles ready, all that kind of stuff, and Mr. Satan is playing with Pan.
Yeah, he's being a good grandpapa.
Yeah, he's actually been a really good grandpa, which, I mean, I don't know why I would assume otherwise.
I think he would have been a great, like, he's such a flamboyant dude. There's no way he wouldn't be a good grandpa.
I guess I'm just used to him being incompetent.
Well, I mean, he's still that. It's not like that's gone away.
So, well, I mean, I would assume that he would be an incompetent grandpa.
I mean, he did good. He did all right with Videl, right? No, actually, she kind of hated him for a while.
Videl raised herself.
Yeah, because Mr. Satan was too busy flirting around with the hoochie mamas because she didn't have a mama anymore.
A mama.
A mama.
Okay. Yeah, so Mr. Satan's playing with Videl, and then
Yeah.
Videl with Pan, and Gohan comes home. And you have this it's kind of a cute scene where Gohan turns into the Great Saiyaman, and
They just start having this play fight with each other over, like, who
them-
Pan loves
them
more.
being Mr. Satan and Gohan. Gohan's not fighting Pan.
Gohan's fighting Pan. We were talking about how you hit a baby. This is how.
Yeah, they're having a nice little.
It's just a fun little game between the two of them because Pan can take it. She's a
likes
sane, yeah, she's a sane kid. Like, she can roughhouse a little bit.
You know who didn't like it?
Chi-Chi.
Chi-Chi.
Because she came in the door guns a-blazing. Actually, she came in rather calm. And then she saw what was going on and she lost her damn mind. She turned into insane Chi-Chi that we see usually reserved for Goku.
And it was funny because, yeah, she just come to deliver food to Videl. She had a huge.
A lot, like...
It looked like what Vegeta was using to bring back all the cup ramen.
Yeah, it was like if a hobo had the biggest bindle on planet Earth.
The biggest what?
The thing that you put on the stick?
What's it called?
I think it's a bindle, right?
A bindle?
Yeah.
I just call it a hobo stick.
I mean, the stick's part of it, yeah. But like the little bandana on the end.
A bag.
Sure. All right.
Regardless, Chi-Chi has a lot of food. And she sees them tossing Pan up in the air. And
Loses her mind and she's like, hey, don't do that.
And she almost makes them drop her.
Yeah, and Gohan's like, hey, don't do that. You made us lose her concentration because then we'll drop her. And she's like, hey, you can't do that. She's just a baby. And then Gohan's like, hey, like, to be fair, like, she can handle it. She has Saiyan blood and she can handle the roughhousing. And then she's like, she can't watch you guys fighting because then she'll turn into like a terrible person like your dad, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Turn into just a fighting lunatic.
She wants her to be a girly girl.
Not even that. No, a classy woman that has multiple degrees is what she said. Not even a girly girl, just doesn't want her to be a fighter.
And Mr. Satan...
He's like, wait. She's going to be Earth's new champion one day.
She's going to be the champ, and she'll open up her own dojo that'll be named after me. And
Man, he has my blood and Gohan's blood, so it's gonna be the best fighter of all time, pretty much.
she's having none of it. They actually got pretty heated.
Yeah, she was like, Mr. Satan was like, "Who made you the boss?" I'm like, Chi-Chi would beat the hell out of Mr. Satan. I'll tell you that right now.
Who would win that fight?
Chi-Chi.
You think?
Yeah, Chi-Chi can at least harness her energy. She trained Goten.
Yeah. Chi-Chi can't fly though, so she can't harness her energy.
Goten couldn't fly. He could become a Super Saiyan.
Yeah, I think that happened more out of being conceived from a Super Saiyan.
Yeah, but like he still couldn't fly.
Yeah, I mean, but he also, we knew he could harness his energy by shooting ki blasts and stuff like that. We've never seen Chi-Chi ever do anything like that. I think Chi-Chi was just a human trained. She's more like Fidel.
No,
Chi-Chi?
she's strong.
I didn't say she wasn't strong. Fidel's strong.
But yeah, like Vidal's way stronger than Mr. Satan.
Yes.
So, what I'm saying is Chi-Chi would beat the hell out of Mr. Satan.
Who would win, Chi-Chi or Videl?
I think Vidal would kick her ass because Vidal can actually, like, we know she can fly and like use energy to the best of her abilities.
And Chi-Chi can't?
I don't know if she can as well as Vidal. Vidal just seems like she trained more.
I don't know. I think it'd be a good fight.
I think Vidal would win.
No, not Vidal. I mean Chi-Chi and Mr. Satan.
Chi-Chi would win in a heartbeat. Mr. Satan sucks. He's especially
You
now
just-
that guy has no bulk left. That guy's all bones.
You just got to talking a couple weeks ago though about how Mr. Satan's still a super strong Earthling.
Yeah, but I think Chi-Chi can at least like use the energy that like the rest, like the other Earthlings do that aren't like. I mean, Krillin can use his, and he's a human. Krillin's obviously leaps and bounds ahead of Mr. Satan.
Yeah,
but like
this isn't.
I'm talking
Krillin.
like normal people that have like no understanding of ki and how to control it.
I don't think Chi-Chi knows. She knows about ki. I don't think she knows how to control it.
I think you're misguided.
I think you're wrong.
I don't think I am.
Anyway,
If you agree with me, let me know.
if you agree with me,
Tell him to just shut up.
if you agree with me, tell Mason that I'm wrong. Ha!
What?
I win.
I don't understand.
So
All right.
going forward, we actually jump over to the city, and Bulma is driving and going to get a haircut.
Mm-hmm. She's got a new look to her.
She does. And this is personally my favorite Bulma.
Ooh-wee, she's a babe now. She looks 10 years younger.
You know what's funny is that the reason, spoiler alert, we get this hairdo for a long time.
Yes.
Probably the next
Forever.
at least 70 episodes, at least.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't remember that the only reason we have that hairdo is because bank robbers hit her car. Because she was on the way to get it cut.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. The police chase is going on. Some bank robbers scuff her car. She gets real mad and...
She takes the law into her hands.
Yes,
And she turns into an insane woman.
she turns into Chi-Chi.
Yeah, pretty much. She screams and like kicks her car into high gear. It has like a rocket on the back of it.
She becomes a vigilante and runs them off the road.
And they run directly into a tree. And the cop that was chasing them, it was Krillin.
And Krillin writes her a ticket.
Because you can't take the law. Not just that. He wrote a ticket for speeding, reckless driving. But he's going to forget about the...
Vigilante.
No, the rocket ship.
Oh, yeah, having
Yeah.
a rocket attached to the back of her car.
Yeah, I was like, I'll drop that one. Don't worry about it. And then she throws a fit saying, I'm the one who's the victim here. But Krillin's like, yo, I'm the law. Don't mess with me or I'll F you up. Just kidding.
And then right after that happens, Krillin gets a phone call from Gohan.
Yeah.
Because apparently Chi-Chi has taken matters into her own hands and locked them all outside of the room.
Why didn't Gohan just push through all that stuff?
Because he's nice.
Just tell him to stop that.
Well, we didn't have to worry about Gohan doing that because Goku's still here.
Yeah, but he still didn't even do it.
It was funnier this way.
It was funnier.
So what happens is we have Gohan and Mr. Satan are locked out. And they're basically locked out until they decide to let Chi-Chi have her say. But Videl hasn't been asked about any of this. Chi-Chi eventually asks her, but we have her, I almost said Hercule again, Mr. Satan and Gohan locked outside the room, and Gohan and Krillin, because it's essentially a hostage situation.
Pretty much.
And he wants to know how a police officer would handle that.
Yeah. And he's like, I'm not so good in these situations, so you're going to have to go with something else here, man. And then we get Bulma.
Well, and Goku and Goten show up.
Well, Goku was being talked to by Mr. Satan. He's like, I can't deal with Chi-Chi when she's like this. I'll just make things worse, I promise. But yeah, then Bulma shows up and she's like, don't worry, I'll do it. But you have to drop those tickets against me. But then Krillin was being like a real dick about it. And he's like, nah, I can't do that.
Don't you mean he's just doing his job?
Hey, whatever, man. She's trying to help out. And they've been friends for a long time.
Yeah. Well, then Bulma counters with, I'm doing your job for you by...
Pretty much.
Negotiating this hostage situation, essentially. Even though it's not even close to being that because the mother's in there with the baby.
Yes.
But whatever. So Bulma asks Chi-Chi to let her in, which she very comedically opens the door very quickly and yanks Bulma inside and slams the door.
Yes.
And turns out Bulma was full of crap.
She went in there to just talk a bunch of shit with those guys.
With Chi-Chi.
Yeah, with
but
Chi-Chi.
that wasn't saying anything.
Yeah, they were just talking about how terrible fathers that Goku...
Saiyans are.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, pretty much saying how terrible of fathers that they are.
Yeah, it says that when Trunks was born, Vegeta wasn't even there.
And then Goku is just clueless all the time. And then they're like, what about you, Videl? What do you think about Saiyan? Like, your daughter being a Saiyan and, like, the fighting and all that kind of stuff that goes with it. And she got into this thing where, like, she is an actual reasonable person. She's like, yeah, like, I grew up training, but I also, like, did whatever else I wanted, and I kind of want that for her as well, where she can have the choice.
She said, too, that martial arts is part of what brought her and Gohan together.
Yeah, their relationship is almost a mirror of Chi-Chi and Goku.
In terms of them getting together?
Yeah.
Not really.
What do you mean?
I mean, fighting did bring them together in a way, but...
That's what I'm saying.
Goku thought getting married was a food.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying...
Gohan and Videl were very intentional about it.
Yeah, but Goku's an idiot. I'm just saying the reason that they were, like, drawn to each other was through fighting, and that's the same exact situation.
Yeah. But while they're all talking, it turns out that everybody is eavesdropping on them.
Who would have guessed?
Yeah. And... what happens is Bulma is talking about how Vegeta hasn't been around in 6 months because he's off training with Whis.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens?
Goku, he says Vegeta's training with Whis, and then he busts through this wall, man. He
like the Kool-Aid guy.
He brings down the house, and he's like, hey, what the hell? Why didn't I know about this? And then it just rambled on about Goku just saying, well, you have to, like, call Whis and, like, get him over here so I can actually have him train me and all this kind of other stuff.
And she's like, yeah, no, it's probably not going to happen for at least a month, maybe 2.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, man, no. The whole time, Chi-Chi is
pissed.
Livid that he's even considering going back to train.
Well, she thinks he's, like, a changed guy now for some reason because he has a job, but, like, it's a job that you make him do.
Yeah.
So, I don't, like, she's just delusional.
Yeah, so once they realize that Whis isn't coming back for a while, Krillin suggests to Goku just lock onto Vegeta and use instant transmission. Can't do it.
Ooh, baby, you can't find him.
Yeah, he's too far away.
And I don't think that's the case, but we'll get to that in another time.
No, I do. I do, and I have proof why.
Why?
Remember the Resurrection F movie?
Yeah.
What happened?
They couldn't find Gohan because he was a weak boy.
What did they have to do?
They had to wait for Gohan to be a strong boy.
And
then he could go home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There we go.
But Gohan, that was such an upsetting scene.
Well, it wasn't just Gohan. It was everybody had to power up.
We'll get into that later on when we get past that episode into another episode that infuriates me.
Yeah, it'll be fun for me, though.
Ugh, it makes me so sad.
Let's keep going. Yeah, he's too far away, so he can't lock on and use instant transmission. So Goku's at a point where he just constantly follows around Bulma, asking if Whis is here yet, even being in her bathroom when she gets out of the shower with a towel on. Weird.
Well, I mean, not the first time you've seen her like that.
True.
Dragon Ball, man.
Dragon Ball was weird.
But yeah,
Bulma
gets like real pissed, and she's like, "Here, take this, so I can just call you when he's here." And Yeah, it was. And then Chi-Chi was like, did you just give him a cell phone? And she was like, yeah, it's for the big party we're planning for Pan and all this
And
stuff.
Goku says this, which is good on him, thinking on his feet.
Yeah.
And Bulma has no choice but to go along with it.
I mean, she's not a stranger to parties. She's all right. We just got off a giant party of hers. Yeah. So she can figure it out.
So then the next real cluster of scenes here is just Goku staring at the phone, waiting for Bulma to call about Whis.
Yeah, and then Gohan like comes home one night and he's like, "Why is Dad acting like such a psycho?" Pretty much, he's acting so strange, and he finally gets the call from.
Well, Gohan starts following Goku around, even out in the fields where he's farming. Gohan's hiding behind a rock, watching his dad.
Yeah,
and Bulma finally calls, and Goku's like, "Yes, great." And Gohan is just in horror.
He's like, "Come on, man, not this, I'm gonna die."
As Goku takes off his farmer clothes and puts his gi back on, and he realizes that Goku's going to train.
And Gohan's not pumped because he knows that Chi-Chi will murder everybody, even if it's his own son, her own son.
You know what? He was wrong.
Well, he wasn't wrong.
Yeah, it was.
Later on, he was wrong, but he was pretty pissed.
So Goku uses instant transmission, and does he use instant transmission to get there?
No, he just fly.
He just fly.
Yeah.
He gets to Capsule Corp, but Bulma and Whis are there, and Goku begs Whis to train him,
right.
And Whis is like, "Well, actually, you know what? I was thinking it was about time for that anyway."
Mm-hmm.
So
he agrees. Yeah. We're left in the dark a little bit on that. Like even Bulma asks like what that's about, and he's just like, "Oh, did I say that?" Just acting real coy about it.
I like that part of him. I like everything about Whis.
He's been really good. This episode was really good. His dialogue was really good in general.
Ian Sinclair doing an awesome job.
Mm-hmm.
Goku's like, "All right, I'm ready to go. Let's go."
And he's like, "Well, you're gonna have to wait because I came here for a meal, so I'm gonna have that meal and then we can go." And then Goku's like, "Oh yeah, don't worry about it. Take your time. I'll be right over there waiting." And he's like, "How patient of you!" But like, it's obviously very sarcastic.
No, he was.
He said how courteous of you.
Yeah.
But like,
he believed it at the time.
I don't think so.
Then, as this meal is happening, Goku just keeps interrupting.
Like he hasn't even started eating yet. Like 3 times he bugged him saying, "All right, are you done?" He even said, "You can eat it raw and that'll make it faster for you."
And Whis tells him, like, "You're so impatient, this might be an issue with your training."
Yeah, and then finally he's like, "Okay, I'll go settle down." And he's like,
after Bulma threatens him.
Yeah, like
if you keep doing this, Whis might just decide to not train you.
Yeah, and then he goes and sits in the corner and just like sits there and stares and waves at him like a little puppy ready to go.
It was cool. I thought it was fun.
It was funny. I liked it. But yeah, from there we get Whis actually eating, enjoying his meal.
The usual.
And the second he's done, Goku's in his face and he's like, "All right, time to go. Let's get it going." And like he's just like not happy.
Enter Chi-Chi.
Oh yeah. Chi-Chi comes around. Well, Gohan's flying Chi-Chi, and he's like, "I'm sorry, Dad. I had to do it for my own safety." And she's like, obviously pissed and just yelling obscenities and racial slurs. I'm just kidding. She doesn't do that, but she's not happy.
Yeah, she's not happy. She wants him to be a good grandpa and do all this stuff.
She's freaking out, and she's like, "You cannot go. You're not going." And Whis is like, "Oh, this could take a while." So he just decides to leave, and Goku sees that he's leaving, and he's like, "No." And
he breaks out of Chi-Chi's armbar.
Yeah.
And as Whis is getting ready to fly away, like golden aura or whatever goes around him when he's getting ready to take off.
Goku's like, "Sorry, Chi-Chi. I have to do this. I can't not train, and I'm just not cut out for this." And then he latches onto him, and Whis is like, "Oh my!"
George Takei.
Yeah.
Oh my!
And then he leaves, and
he dives on him too.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like he dives and grabs him, and like Whis is like, "All right," and he takes off, and Chi-Chi is actually surprisingly okay with it.
She got over it immediately.
She was pissed for a second. The second he was out of sight, she was like, "Well, guess that's Goku."
That's my Goku.
And then Gohan's like real like weirded out. He doesn't like really say anything about it. But Chi-Chi's like, "Yeah, I thought he was changed this time, but like he'll train for a while and then he'll come back and we'll just start all over again." She's like completely in denial.
Oh, she goes, "He'll come back when he's hungry."
Yeah, she's 100% in denial. I feel terrible for that woman.
And she's happy.
You say that.
She seems happy.
I think she's just delusional.
She has Goten.
Yeah.
So she's happy.
And Pan now, so that's cool.
Yeah. So now Chi-Chi's completely over it, and she wants Bulma to throw that party
Yeah.
that they were lying about. And Bulma's like, yeah, you know what? Why not?
We'll make it even bigger than the last one, which seems impossible because it was on a goddamn cruise.
Yeah. And they don't have Dragon Balls this time. But you know what? Good on them.
Yeah, they're even going to have bingo.
And then we jump to Whis and Goku, who are now traveling to Beerus' planet.
Mm-hmm.
And Whis is like, are you sure you want to leave like that? I don't want anybody calling me a homewrecker.
Yeah.
And Goku kind of has this nice little moment. He's like, no.
She seems mad, but like she'll be fine. Nobody understands me quite like Chi-Chi.
Yeah, she knows me better than anyone.
Yeah.
And end of episode.
Ooh, it's pretty good.
I liked it.
I don't have any like big complaints about it.
Yeah, after getting through the whole thing, I'm not negative on it like I have been the last couple weeks, where my opinion
There
of it goes
just
down.
wasn't too much to nitpick. Like they didn't like overdo or anything or underdo anything. It was just a really like solid episode of what we got, and it even exceeded expectations because of the title of the episode.
Yeah.
So
what would you rate it?
I'll give it an 8. I think it's 8's fair.
I'll give it an 8. Yeah.
I don't give it, like, I can't go higher obviously, but you know it's right out there. I can't give it a 6. So
yeah, no, I wouldn't give it a 6.
yeah, there's not a chance.
We're gonna live in a world without Zeppelin.
We're trying our hardest nowadays.
So my high would be Goku literally jumping and latching onto Whis.
Yeah.
No
into it.
explanation necessary for that.
Yeah, man.
My low, man, it's a good question actually.
You got it, man.
My low of this episode.
It's Pan because you hate babies.
No.
Oh, sorry.
I don't have a low.
No lows.
No lows.
0.
Not that I can think of. So, what's yours?
My low is the Great Saiyaman. Honestly.
For any reason other than he's the Great Saiyaman?
Nope. Not honestly. The scene with the Great Saiyaman was okay. I didn't mind the scene at all. I just hate the fact that he exists. So that's a sad thing in my book. Another high or low? No, not low. I don't have another low. I have a high though, and I like Krillin. I like Cop Krillin.
Really?
I do. I don't know why. I think Cop Krillin's super funny. For something, I don't know, just like not funny like ha funny, but like just the thought of him being a cop is funny to me.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think that's my high because I just like that thought.
Okay. Yeah. 8 and 8, and overall good review. So
Yeah, we did good.
what will this episode be remembered for? Other than Pan being born.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's the obvious one. Let's go with Vegeta turning into not Vegeta, Bulma turning into an insane woman and running those people off the road. I thought that was really funny. I don't know if that's the most memorable moment, but
when I think about this episode a year from now, I'm going to think of Goku crashing through the wall like the Kool-Aid Man.
That's pretty good.
So that would be what I would remember it for.
That's definitely the most meme-worthy. That's for sure. So if it's going to be cemented in the internet, that's probably the most likely.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we did it, man. We got through this one.
Got through it?
Yeah.
All right, anything else you want to add before we get into the spoiler section?
I think that's it, but hit me with our next sponsor for the spoiler section.
Our next sponsor is going to be not HelloFresh, because it turns out it's not $60 a month, guys. It's $60 a week, and that is entirely too much money to spend on 3 meals.
You say that, but we discussed this, and I don't think that's true. I think it averages out pretty nicely.
I don't like it. So,
but yeah,
I'm rescinding my previous contract to HelloFresh. You guys have,
unless you want to sponsor us and give us free HelloFresh,
which they won't. So
you don't know.
You're fired. I'm firing you guys right now, and I don't want to ever have a relationship with you.
That's pretty harsh,
So
man.
We're burning that bridge right now.
All right, if you say so.
This week's
Sure.
This week's sponsor
is Bombas Socks.
is not Bombas Socks.
Oh, all right. Well, yeah, it is as well, just not for this section.
This week's sponsor is MeUndies.
MeUndies?
MeUndies.
What is that?
MeUndies is a subscription service that sends you underwear.
Do you send them back? Is it like Netflix?
No. You guys ever, want a pair of high quality underwear? Not like some from like the 5-pack at Walgreens or wherever you can get underwear at.
Walgreens sells expensive stuff. If you're gonna get cheap stuff, go to Walmart.
Yeah. And if you want really high quality underwear, go to MeUndies and use the promo code U7pod, and you know what you'll get?
A free pair of undies.
No, you're not going to get anything.
Why?
Because they used our promo code already on Bombas socks.
Ah, damn it.
So you can choose. You can either have the socks or the undies.
Socks are way cooler. You can free ball anytime you want. Nobody's gonna care. Nobody likes sweaty feet.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's fair. I was trying to think of an exception, but yeah, there's no exception to that rule. So yeah, that's our sponsor for the spoiler section here. So we're gonna go ahead and get into that. If you guys are skipping spoilers, let us know. We don't really have an idea of who actually...
We don't have a damn clue who's listening to it and who's not.
Yeah, let us know. If you guys don't listen to the spoiler section, send us a message or a post on Facebook.
I feel like everybody listens to it.
I don't see why not. I would hope you listen to it, to be completely honest with you. But if you don't, tell us why.
Well, I think the one reason would be obvious.
You don't want spoilers. Let us know. I'm curious to know who
actually listens to it.
Yeah. So, you have anything else to add?
That's it, man.
All right. For those of you who are checking out now, like the show on Facebook, rate and especially review us on iTunes, Google Play, anywhere you listen to podcasts. Follow us on Twitter at Universe7Pod. And yeah, get those likes on Facebook. Like I said, we get to 125.
We'll send you a pair of Bombas socks.
No, we'll have some sort of contest where we give you a free copy of the Dragon Ball Super Volume 1 manga. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and get into spoilers. Alright, and we're back for the spoiler section. The episode title this week is A Mysterious Beauty Appears, Mystery at the Tenshin Style Dojo. I hated this episode.
It was really bad.
So much.
It was really bad.
I don't even want to recap it.
Not too much. We can fly through it real quick. I'm sorry if you guys enjoyed this one. We're gonna take as little time as... Because not, like, a lot even happened. It was just all cringe and, like, all terrible. Like, the animation wasn't even good.
I liked the animation, but the episode itself was just super cringeworthy. I know we've complained about... Not complained, but we've talked about the perviness of Roshi and Elder Kai.
Like, sometimes it can be funny from time to time, but, like, if it's over the top... If we have, like, a full-fledged 8-minute stretch of Roshi, like, it's gonna get real cringy real fast.
It's uncomfortable.
Yeah, I don't know, like...
We're just gonna literally just give a quick, like, synopsis of this, and...
Well, if you guys like the episode, let me know how. I don't know if that's the best way to put it, but, you know, let us know your difference of opinion, because I can't see one real redeemable quality of this episode to me.
I didn't, man. We've been high on every single spoiler episode so far.
Pretty much.
This is the first one we've had a real issue with.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was terrible. Like, I don't know what else to say about it.
So, let's just go ahead and get started here.
Alright.
Episode starts out with Goku flying to Kame House with the intention of...
inviting Master Roshi,
yes.
Aforementioned.
I just realized intention, huh?
Sorry.
But Roshi's not there. Oolong says that he is an honorary master at Tenshin Han's new dojo.
Goku's like mildly surprised. He's like, oh, he's got a dojo. That's cool.
Yeah, he's got a lot of students too. He's raking in the dough. So Goku goes to see what's going on. Tenshin Han. I'm just gonna call him. I know people have an issue with like the dub names. I'm just gonna call him Tien because I don't feel like saying Tenshin Han all the time.
You should just call him Ten. Tenshin Han.
So Tien is teaching all these guys, trying to teach them how to harness their ki. They can't get it, but you know what? They have faith in their master because he shows them that actually it's a real thing.
Well, yeah, but if you've ever listened to Mr. Satan, though, you know it's just smoke and mirrors, so get over yourself, Tenshin Han.
So they're training. Roshi's just chilling. He's bummed out there aren't any women, and it's just a bunch of brawny dudes.
Bunch of bald dudes that look just like Ten without the actual eye on his forehead.
Pretty much.
So that bothered me, actually.
Really?
They all looked exactly the same.
They probably all just shaved their heads and...
No, I mean, they all looked exactly the same. Not just their shaved heads.
So, hey, man.
God, that was rough.
That's what you do for $7.25 an hour.
I don't think that's what they pay.
They don't pay a ton.
Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
No, I had read that. Somebody talking about, I think it was Naruto, that they get paid garbage. Like
Really?
in an average month, a couple of them pulling like $1,000.
Wow, that's enough.
So, anyway, let's get off of that. That's kind of depressing.
Super sad.
Yeah, Goku shows up at the dojo, so Tien, he tells him, all the students, you're done. Not you're done, but
You're done. You're fired. I got my guy.
we're done. We're done for the day. And Goku.
No, before that, the girl showed up.
Was that beforehand?
Yeah, because she was
Go
like,
ahead.
yeah, the girl showed up and she's like, she knows Tien from somewhere.
The three-eyed Baldy.
Yeah, he calls him for three-eyed Baldy. Goes in with some sort of scheme that we can already tell. And she comes in there acting all innocent, and then Roshi obviously is like, oh man, there's a woman. Like, this is where it gets real weird real quick. He's just like staring at her boobs, and she's like, oh, they're so like bouncy, and like, it's...
Let's just say he got real weird.
Yeah, it got real weird. And then she's like, oh, don't worry, I'll train you. And she's like, no, I want Master Tien to train me. And he's like, nope. And he picks her up and he says, I'm gonna give you a nice firm nice firm lesson.
Yeah.
And I was like, Jesus,
Tien
man.
did refuse to train her.
Yeah, because she was like, I do it for beauty. I have no former experience. And he was like, then I'm not going to train you. Get out. This isn't a joke.
Yeah, and then we get a real creepy scene after Goku shows up.
Of Master Roshi attempting to train, air quotes, this little girl almost. Like, she's not old.
He's chasing her.
And he's like, yeah, chasing her, trying to like...
grab her.
Pretty much rape her.
It's super uncomfortable. And it got weirder too because Goku opened the door, saw what was going on.
And he was like, oh, I'll just leave him alone to this.
I'll come back later.
Pretty rough.
But Goku and Tien are catching up, and he invites him to the Tournament of Power. Tien's like, no, sorry, can't do it.
Got responsibilities, man.
I can't just leave my students here. And then Goku's like, well, the prize is 10 million zeni. So apparently that's still a thing. So he's going to have to find a way to come up with a ton of money.
Dragon Balls. Regular Dragon Balls.
Unless he uses some of the 100 million zeni.
It's already spent, remember?
It's hiding somewhere. He might know.
He doesn't.
Probably not, but one can dream.
Bulma will fork it over. Mr. Satan.
Yeah. So Tien still says no and apologizes and is like, alright, well.
He's like, that's cold, dog.
Yeah. But what happened?
We got...
What's her name? Urine? Yeah, her name's Urine.
Literal urine.
She got away from Roshi, and it turns out she is very adept at witchcraft.
Which is weird.
Mm-hmm. And she puts these paper talismans on all of...
Paper towels, mins.
She puts one on all of Tien's students' foreheads, and it turns them into, like, evil zombies.
Yeah, with, like, a little bit of extra
power.
power.
And they just tear apart the village that Tien's dojo's in.
It's to basically ruin his reputation, because they're his students.
Yep.
And, yeah.
And why? Why did she want to ruin his reputation?
Because back in the day, Tien didn't fight her.
Well, she wanted to train with him.
No, she just wanted to fight him. Like, they didn't even fight. Like, she was just like, come back here and fight me, and, like, he just didn't do it.
That's where I thought it was training, but...
Nope.
Yeah, she has been holding a grudge against Tien for all these years, and
Over
now
not fighting her, and then he was like, you're gonna, like, do this to these people for something so trivial? And she was like, this is a big deal to me for some odd reason, because who knows why.
Yeah. But Tien and Chiaotzu and Roshi and Goku are all in town now, trying to save the town, taking all the talismans off the guys' heads, and you know what happened? Roshi happened.
He messed up because...
He got too pervy.
Yep, she fell over and her dress went up and he was looking at her underwear and she kicked him in the ball sack.
Yep.
And then put a talisman on his face and controlled him.
Yeah.
And this is where it gets real weird for me because she makes him fight Tien and he whips the hell out of Tien. And
even after Tien goes Goro on him and gets his forearms
that was
out.
tight, actually.
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, it was super tight. And, like, he gets his ass whooped, and then Goku starts to fight him, and this really bugged me. He's like, oh, this is Master Roshi's real power when he's not holding back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's that about?
He explained it. He explained exactly what it's about.
You can't tell me that Master Roshi's that strong.
To fight against base Goku?
Do you know how much stronger base Goku is?
I do, but Goku's also not... I mean, I'm sure he's not going all out on him.
It wasn't, like, I know power level aside, like, the last update we had of Master Roshi was, like, an 800 power level.
But what did Goku say?
He just
You
said,
must have been training in secret and all this stuff to try and...
I guess, but, like, there's no reason for him to.
Like, I'm convinced that Roshi would beat Krillin and Tien now.
Well, pretty handedly, you just beat Tien.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
So
it just doesn't make any sense to me, though.
He'd probably stomp Krillin.
Yeah, I mean, I think Tien's stronger than... Well,
I think Tien's stronger than Krillin.
I think they're about the same.
I totally believe that.
I think they're about the same.
So, yeah, Roshi's stronger, which makes us feel better now about him being on the team.
Weirds me out, though. I just don't like the lack of anything there. It's just, all right, he's strong now.
I have less of a problem with that than Super Saiyan Blue literally coming out of nowhere.
I guess.
Or Vegeta acquiring God Ki.
I guess.
No idea how that happened.
I'd rather that happen. At least that gives me something cool and like some sort of like plot structure like coming off of that eventually, like where this is how they fight stronger opponents. We don't get a how for like Roshi, and like we don't like we just don't care enough to know why either.
Do we care enough to know why?
I kind of do. Me more than most people for sure.
So you really wanted like a episode
I
of
do.
Roshi training?
I want something released somewhere, like in an interview, how it happened.
That's not gonna happen.
It might.
No.
It might eventually.
I doubt it. We don't know how they got Super Saiyan Blue.
All
we know is it's Super Saiyan using Godly Ki.
Yeah. It's better than what we have for this.
True. I don't really have a problem with it, but
I hate it.
Whatever.
But yeah, Goku...
Roshi's holding his own.
Yeah, he's doing fine, and then Goku's like, alright, I'd fight you, but I don't have time for this. So he goes up in the air and charges up this big Kamehameha, and he's in his mind, he's like, alright, Tien, I'm counting on you to like get this done. And then right before he fires it, he's like, Chao Tzu, like, stop her from doing something, like controlling Roshi, pretty much. And he uses his psychic powers to blow up her skirt, and she's like, don't look! And then the Kamehameha murders Master Roshi, and he's dead now.
He's like, he's skinny and purple, and...
He looks super dead.
But you know what? The talisman's gone, and Roshi's himself again.
Yeah, and then, Tien's like, hey, you know what, Goku? I'll do this for you. I'll fight. And then, he's like, the 10 million Zenny will help rebuild all the buildings in this city. And
he's gonna be pissed.
Yeah, and then Roshi is like, yo, 10 million Zenny? I'm in. Not even asked yet. He's just like, I'm in.
But, which is fine, because Goku wanted to invite him anyway.
Yeah, and we got our 10.
Yep, and that's the end of the episode, but we did have a side story with Kaba.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Go for it.
So Kaba is going to find Cauliflower in her hideout.
Cauliflower.
To try and convince her to join the Tournament of Power. She is refusing. Completely refusing. She's like a crime lord too.
Yeah, she looks like those people don't look like nice people that she hangs out with.
No. But she refuses. Is like, why do I care? It's just the universe.
And then one of these guys puts his hands on Kaba, and he turns into a Super Saiyan.
And it blows him away.
And she's pretty impressed by it. And she's like, all right, I'm pretty interested. If you can show me the Super Saiyan, I'd like to push myself to a new level as well. So that's pretty much where we leave off on that.
Yep, we're introduced to a couple characters there. Some Saiyans. It looks like this team is going to have a couple Saiyans at least.
Yeah.
And then maybe Hit.
Yeah, for sure Hit and Frost.
Hit and Frost. And who knows? I don't know who we're getting other than that. Do you know? For Universe 6 at least?
We'll probably get the machine guy again.
I doubt it.
The big bear.
Somebody will just insult him.
The big bear is actually a good one. The guy that like sends like damage into another dimension.
I would think it'd be a terrible choice.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like if he's smart, like he just learns from his mistakes.
Yeah.
Because he would just got caught off guard by Goku.
Yeah, he just grabbed him and threw him off.
That's what I'm saying, but like he was just being cocky. So like if he learns even somewhat from his mistakes, he's fine.
Yeah. I don't know. I hope we don't get them, to be honest with you.
Just completely new people?
Yeah.
All right.
But I didn't like them as characters, really. They weren't characters. They were just...
There.
Yeah, they're cannon fodder for our guys to beat up.
Yeah,
so.
pretty much. So, that's it, man. What'd you give it? What do you want to give it?
Give it a 4.
Give it a 4? Oof. Give it a 2. It's bad. It's a bad episode.
It's bad just because of all the creepy stuff, but...
Can't,
finding out that Roshi's gotten stronger and catching up with Tien and
that bugs me more than anything, though.
I know, which is why I'm dropping it all the way down to a 4.
Yeah. Ugh.
It's by far the lowest we've rated
a Japanese
episode so far. That's Energy Dragons in the Sky bad.
No, Energy Dragons in the Sky was 0 and 0.5. So that's not good.
It's getting there.
Yeah.
We're closer to that than a good episode.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So, yeah, that was rough. Next week's going to be fun. It's Goku against Gohan.
You just want to completely fodder out of high-low, like just not do it at all.
No, we'll do it. My high is seeing how strong Roshi is now.
Ugh, that's my low.
I know that's your low. My low is Roshi being a super perv the whole time.
My low is that Roshi being stronger for no rhyme or reason, and my high is the preview we get for the next episode.
Yeah, next episode is Goku against Gohan,
and it looks
overcome
good.
the wall. See the wall that must be climbed or whatever.
It looks good.
It's gonna be
the animation looks super good.
Yeah, Ultimate Gohan. What we saw was Ultimate Gohan against Super Saiyan 2 Goku.
And Goku's like, man, I was thinking about strong people on other planets, and he's like, I completely he didn't say not forgot, but he's like I spaced that there's also somebody extremely strong here for me to fight. So
yeah, well,
pretty cool.
Which I forgive him for that. Gohan hasn't been strong until 1 day ago.
I don't blame him. By the
way, 8 hours until the Tournament of Power.
Woo!
We're getting there, guys.
And soon, because this episode really discouraged me.
Yeah, it kind of. We had
it took the steam out, man. There was so much build, and now it's just like, blech. And that sucks.
But it's good that we're getting what looks to be a killer episode next week to kind of
bring it back up,
put the hype train back on the tracks.
Yeah, but that's it, man. That's all I got for this episode. I don't want to think about it anymore, if I'm being frank.
Yeah, neither do I. If you guys liked it, let us know why.
Please.
Yeah, I don't have anything else for this. You ready to get out of here?
I'm ready, man. Let's do it.
All right. Thank you guys for listening. We're going to go ahead and get out of here. We will be back next week to recap and review episodes 18 and 90. We're up to 90.
Man, dude.
90's 10 away from 100.
That's math.
Well, do you remember when Super was originally announced?
It's at 100 episodes, probably.
And we thought, man, that's... One, it's a lot of episodes, but two, it's like, if it only ends after 100, that's going to be sad.
Yeah.
No signs of slowing down.
As long as they can keep pushing out a lot of... Like, they're making a lot of money off this series, so, like, as long as they keep making money, they're not going to cancel it. Until Toriyama just doesn't want to do it anymore.
Or Masako Nozawa dies.
No, then they'll just use me.
That's fair. I didn't know you're taking Japanese lessons.
Well, Kayla says I speak in Japanese in my sleep, and that's super scary to me.
All right, that's... If you don't have anything else, you good?
I'm good, man.
All right, we're going to go ahead and call it a day here.
Close up shop.
Yeah. Like the show on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Just search Universe 7 Podcast on any of those sites, and we'll pop up hopefully right away.
Yeah.
Rate the show and especially review it on iTunes. You guys have been killing it with that, so thank you. Keep them coming. We'll be back next week to recap and review episodes 17 and 90 of Dragon Ball Super. I'm Nick.
And I'm Flat Mayo Sandwich.
Have a great week. Stay safe. And until next time.
Adios.